Hey, what's up, everyone? We're here with another live in-game edition of the CantinaMX Podcast. I am not your normal host, but in tradition of John, since he's not here, it's your friendly soccer commentator from New York, Rigoberto Raton Ayala, and I'm joined by Alberto Chiquiscampa from South Texas, right? South Texas?
Yeah, Central
Austin,
Texas.
Texas?
South
Oh,
Texas,
okay.
Central Texas, yeah. What's up, man?
So, how you doing?
I'm good.
You're off, and I'm working. But here we are watching the game. Lineup so far.
Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit. I'm actually working also, but I'm
Are you working from home?
multitasking. Yeah, I work from home, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, I
No,
sort of agree with you on the lineup. Like the Moreno and Reyes have been sort of not impressive for me.
no, yeah. I think like the players that he has. I mean, it's a good team, and probably some of our best, more talented players. But I think it's just the lineup that doesn't like the formation doesn't work for the lineup. I think if it was like I said, if he played three in the back with Araujo, Salcedo, and Moreno, I'd be a lot more comfortable. And then have like Layun up in the middle and kind of clog the midfield up for Belgium, who's going to attack you right up the middle, especially with Hazard. But we'll see what happens. I mean, to be honest, I mean, I wasn't on the podcast last night, but I know you guys were talking about it. I happen to think that we're going to lose like 3-0, but I could be wrong. So we'll see what happens. You see, if you look right now, look at where Layun is. Look at where Layun is, as in like compared to Salcedo on the right side. He doesn't go up as much, and that's the function that the right back should be performing: is going all the way up and going all the way back. And that's where I think it affects whoever plays on the right wing. So look at where Layun is right now.
Wait. Okay.
Am I ahead of you? Am I ahead of you?
No, I'm trying to. Is Layun with the gloves with number
Yeah,
7?
Layun's with the glove number 7. Yeah.
Okay, he's got it.
So you see how far up he's pushing. He's pushing right now.
Yeah.
And while if you look, Salcedo will push up too, but he's more curt with how he pushes up because it's not really his strong suit. There he is. Look.
Yeah, that's sort of like their attacking style. Is they
Yeah.
have the wings, but you're saying they get hosed on defense when the counter.
Yeah. When the team counterattacks, and that's the problem when you're a possession friendly team. You do get countered.
Or even not countering when they're so anxious to get up front for the offensive attack. Any type of loss of possession in their defensive half.
If they pressure really high like they're doing now, it could be really dangerous because we don't have the ball control, or our center backs don't have the ball control to push out.
Yeah, like that pass right there. Jonah did good, but if you lose
that's not Jonah. That was Diego Rey, wasn't it?
I thought it was Jonah. It looked like Jonah.
Why did he pass that ball? Oh, he was offsides.
Yeah, I would hope so. That was actually a nice pass.
It was a nice pass. It was Diego Reyes? I thought it was Diego Reyes.
Oh no, I thought it was Jonathan. He looked,
to be honest, I'm not a fan of Diego Reyes in the defensive midfield position. But I mean, if he plays well, then give him credit. No, so Jonah isn't playing. It's in the back. It's Layun, Araujo, Moreno, and Salcedo, and then in the middle it's Guardado, Reyes, and Herrera, and then up top it's Vela, Cheech, and Lozano.
Okay, so that was Reyes.
Yeah, I think it was Reyes. I mean, they're playing well. I mean, they're playing possession. They're trying to control the game. Let's also mean Belgium has also underwhelmed in their like the last World Cup and the Euros. They underwhelmed.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I remember the U.S. game. The U.S. sort of had some chances
Yeah.
against Belgium. Oh, that was nice.
Well, it was nice.
That's classic Layun right there.
Yeah. No, and you want that. You want to be able to take those chances because on one of those bounces, Cheech could be right there and you could just knock it in or something like that.
Yeah. Pirata. Like last night, I had the phone lines open.
Mm-hmm.
What we call it, so we'll see if any people are probably at
See,
work or doing.
like look, so right now, right there, Salcedo's very high up.
Oh, he was barely getting back. Guardado. Well,
Did
he's
you give
one
him a yellow
goal.
for that?
I shouldn't have. You see that? Did you see that Colombia or Cardona do that?
The little chinky eye thing. Yeah.
Oh, messed up, man. Like I didn't see the whole play until just a while ago. I guess James apparently like pulled
Oh,
the
that
guy.
was a great pass, by the way. Damn it. Sorry to interrupt you. Um,
Oh, no, that's good.
James pulled somebody down.
Well, one of the guys. What were they playing? South Korea? It was on the ground, like
Yeah, it was Korea. Probably South Korea. I don't think North Korea plays soccer. They just build nuclear weapons.
yeah. James pulled him off the ground, like
Mm.
forcefully pulled him off, and then the guy retaliated, and another guy retaliated, and it broke out into some little scuffle, and I guess that's where Edmund came in and got all mad and showed what he really felt.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if they play 90 minutes or 75 the way they're playing right now, I'll be a lot more comfortable going into the World Cup because they're playing well right now.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
And I mean the other big problem is once you start changing guys in the formations, like you switch out one guy for another, it's when you kind of lose continuity. But right now they're playing well.
There's always shifts. That's it.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Yeah, no.
Rigo speaking. No, you called the wrong number. No, this is Jen Ree.
We got live at work commentary. While he's taking care of that, I'll finish my comment. Joel will be joining us soon. There'll be a time when the Mexican defense gets pressured, when Belgium will start attacking and gain a little bit of confidence, and that's where the test will come for Mexico. But this is typical. They're playing well. Mexico has some good possession at points, but like right now is sort of a indication, a little bit of a test of the Mexican defense here. Araujo doing good, supporting Salcedo, who Belgium got a pass a center past him. Corner kick. That was Guardado coming back late. That dude was nearly wide open in the middle there. And Guardado was up there trying to, like I was saying earlier, he was maybe waiting for a clear to counter or to start the attack. That was a good shot by Layun. His typical shots that he takes when he cuts back are many a goals he scored at Porto that way. Yeah. So here we go, Layun. Wide open. Let's see what he can do. Let's see here we got Vela on the left. Chicharito. And Chucky. Chucky's lost. So that's questionable.
I'm back.
Okay. Well.
Sorry about that. Everybody's hearing about wrong numbers and stuff. I didn't know how to mute my. I couldn't mute the chat, and then I couldn't mute the television. I was like struggling.
Oh yeah. I guess I could have muted you, but
it's fine. I mean, they heard me say a wrong number.
Yeah, no.
I heard there was a shot by Layun.
Oh, this is just a replay. It was
Oh, okay.
Really?
Let me turn the sound down on this.
Chicharito trying to do a run. They didn't pass it to him. Oh my gosh. That almost
went in.
That's like I don't know if it was too bad of a mistake by Ochoa, but one of his weak spots is sort of like if he
playing balls in the air.
Yeah.
That could have been.
He'd suck a little bit,
Yeah.
Because it's sort of hard to measure how far it's going to go, and like that initial first step wasn't going back hard enough.
Correct. Yeah.
Chucky's been quiet, so
this is normal national team play. He's normally very quiet, but I think you know why I think he's quiet. It goes back to the whole formation thing. As soon as he gets the ball, he has like two guys like on top of him.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne is a beast. Look at that pass. Oh, a little bit too much. Nope, got it. Don't want to turn around.
Who's that dude with that? I don't see him on the guy with the afro that plays for Belgium.
Fellaini? Maybe he's injured. He's the one that plays for Man U.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that good. But these long balls, man. Well, my computer just froze. Save room for
That was good. That was sort of a good.
It's Good long
A
ball.
good manhandle Chicharito did on that dude, though. I don't know if they tangled legs or...
What the hell happened to my internet?
Gonna call IT and...
Hey, listen, I can't watch the game.
Fix your job, man. Can't watch the... Can't stream.
Can't stream the soccer game. Please,
Up the bandwidth for my IP address, please.
restarting my stream.
I saw prediction 3-2. Belgium wins. That would be sort of a... That would be at least entertaining, even though it's a loss. Right now, it's sort of... the game is not really... Hasn't had too many exciting points.
What the fuck is happening? Okay, there we go. I'm back.
Oh, Araujo with another.
I mean, Belgium has a lot of talent. Lukaku, Hazard, Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
They have a lot of talent.
What's this whole doing?
It seems like Mexico kind of tired it out a little bit. Here we go. Is John on?
No. John's working. Gotta send... Well, I don't know if he's... Didn't get my invite or what. Oh, dang.
Goal. Wow.
That's...
He literally went right up the middle.
I need to see that again because I was distracted. That's the problem with these defenders. That's the same thing that happened in the Chile game.
Literally right up the middle. Look at this. It's terrible. Look, where's your center defensive midfielder? He was like, look at Diego Reyes jogging back.
Exactly. That's the problem right there. Diego Reyes drawing going slow, and even Salcedo. Salcedo was just lollygagging there too. That's the same thing that happened during a lot
of the Confed games, the Chile game.
They just sit there and watch. It's like they expect, okay, someone else is going to clear it out, so I can just hang out here.
I really want people to stop telling me that Diego Reyes can play center defensive midfielder because it's bad at this point. And essentially, if you look, he's playing with two center defensive midfielders because look at Diego Reyes and Guardado. They're both staying back, and they still got beat up the middle. It's because it's not their natural positions, and Diego Reyes is not a good center defensive midfielder.
Sort of proves my point that out here chatting with Dan.
Yeah.
Like I said goleada, I was just joking, but...
No, this is going to open up the floodgates right now.
Yeah. I mean, it could very well. That was just total Diego Reyes mess up. If Salcedo would have been in the middle...
I just started watching.
Like if Salcedo was center back, he would have been there. He would have like freaking tore into that guy. Like Araujo sort of backed up because he knew there was a pass coming, but
yeah, like literally the guy jogged right in front of Diego Reyes and he let him go through.
Yeah, that was bad. So Joel Lasavez joining us.
Yeah, I missed the first 13 minutes of the game.
You missed Mexico's best play. What was the first 13 minutes?
Yeah, Yeah, they looked like they were in control. But then that goal looked pretty easy. But disorganization on Mexico's part. Look at the Belgium team. They don't seem excited.
But the Belgium team hasn't really they hadn't really done much. They had been very, very patient. They kind of held off Mexico's first 15-minute, control, and they kind of settled in, and now they're controlling the game now. Look at how high these lines are.
So, any predicted results from any of you guys?
I think 3-0 Belgium.
3-0. Damn. Chiquis, project their result.
Well, previous I thought 3-2 Belgium. Also,
did you guys do it yesterday? I didn't stay till the end.
I don't think we did.
Yeah, because we usually do.
I think we not specific scoreline predictions, but
I'm getting some flashbacks of the Germany game when it was like whenever Germany wanted to attack,
they would just go up at will. Yeah.
Yeah, it just came at will, and then most of the time they just let us play with the ball, and then be like, all right, let's shoot a goal now.
Oh shoot!
Yep. We're gonna get caught off guard again. But even still, like in that goal that they scored, they weren't caught off guard. It was 2 against 4. like they just look at this. Look at that right there.
Oh, geez. Is that like an ankle breaker? Is that what you call those?
Yeah, look at that.
I think I might be ahead of you guys.
You are ahead of us. Actually,
Yeah.
Chiquis was the gentleman, and he paused the game so we'd be at the same time.
Oh man.
I'm not saying you're not a gentleman. Well, I'm just.
I'll keep it spoiler free.
Please. I actually hopped into our chat, and I saw when Ron was like 4-on-2, Mexico looked bad, and I was like, oh, it's coming.
I'm on 22:52, 22:54. Where are you at, Juan?
Yeah, that's right. Too.
23:58.
Oh, you're a whole minute. You're a whole minute ahead. You're at least 2 goals ahead of us. 2 goals.
I'm in the future right now.
You're 2 Belgian goals ahead of us.
Oh, here we go.
Well, if you guys forward it, you're not missing much. Oh man, they're doing the poll if Mexico has enough to be World Cup champion.
Andres Guardado brought that up, man.
Yeah, that's obviously from his interview.
I like his attitude, though.
I mean, I think I was talking about this with my dad yesterday. You should go into every tournament, wanting to win, expecting to win. As a player at least, and as a team. As a fan, you're a little bit more hesitant because you know what reality is. But I think as a player, you go into tournaments expecting to win. So I think it's a positive attitude for him to have.
Yeah, I agree. And he might get hate from the press. But you just got to be above all that. I like also that he said that he's glad he stayed in Europe. He fought it out in Europe.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Ha. Viene el segundo.
That time, that Reyes came back. Actually, he came back with and defended a guy. He marked a guy.
Oh man, Osorio doesn't look too happy.
Who?
Osorio.
I mean, he's the one that set up the team.
Whenever usually seems pretty calm, he seems pensitive. Do I use the red or the blue pen?
Goal, Carlos Vela.
What's funny about Osorio is that he's known for being so diligent in preparing for games and his tactics. Is this good? Is this good?
Yeah.
Are we gonna go? Oh God. Unbelievable.
Was that Chucky? Yeah, that was
Chucky. It was Chucky. Was he on though? I mean, obviously they called him on, but was he on?
It was close.
Well, one thing they were saying is one of the criticisms is Mexico's lack of friendlies against opponents of this caliber, and there's talk of I think it's called the League of Nations Cup.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much that tournament is played during Fecha FIFAs, and it's instead of playing amistosos, you're playing a tournament. So they have one that it's one is the regional one, so the regional tourney, and then it's sort of I think if you win it, you qualify to the main, sort of like confederaciones. And then you play against all these European teams and South American teams, but by this point, I think it's single elimination.
We seem to be wanting to play a lot of long ball versus these European teams. Come on. Yeah, crossing the ball is just not Miguel Layun's forte, and we also don't have the height.
Mexico, though, they'll take it to the wings and try a cross or whatever.
That's the oldest Mexican tactic ever.
It'll work, but you have to be
they have guys that are tall, like when we used to have Hermosillo and Peláez and
or people have
Borghetti.
to
But you know what? Overall, the height average of the team has improved. So this is one of the tallest Mexican teams.
But you don't need height though. Like Rafa would score, and he's not tall, but he would do runs.
He's 5'11". Marquez.
5'11".
Yeah.
Is that what do you call it?
I mean, I'm 6 foot.
Is
I'm considered tall.
Yeah, that's tall, but is.
No, but I mean, we used to have tall forwards. We don't really have that right now. And I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying probably not the best strategy versus these European teams.
Well, they pass. It's not a good strategy when the defense is set and people are just stationary. Your forwards are just stationary. If they're
I
moving,
think Jimenez is the only tall one. He's like 6'1", I think.
Diego Reyes is tall.
No, yeah, but the overall height average has increased. Got a couple dudes at 6 feet, and before we only had like 3 or 4 top players, and then even our goalkeepers were short, or at least short for goalkeepers like Campos 5'7", 5'8", and same with Conejo.
Few more minutes.
Yeah, Mexico's had good ball position, but you know they don't really seem dangerous with the ball.
They don't.
I haven't had that impression that we could level the game at any moment.
Chucky's been non-existent. Carlos Vela's been non-existent. Cheech also has been non-existent. Herrera has been non-existent.
They're just playing with them. That's like Mexico is hustling and trying to recover, and these guys are just like using pure skill to avoid them.
Yeah, I just noticed. Let you guys catch up or catch up. Yeah, so Mexico, I think.
Is there another goal, Joel? What?
No, but Mexico has advanced, but as far as like almost create a chance, but you could see the build up that está jugando más atrasado,
Yeah.
showing a bit too much respect to Belgium. I mean, it's a friendly, dude. I mean, this is where I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite right now, but this is the game where you shouldn't be scared to get your ass kicked because you really have to show what you got, especially in a friendly. It seems like we're playing not to lose. And I'm not saying hypocrite because I said, I said si le va mal en estos dos partidos, his job could be on the line. But I do feel like Mexico's playing like scared, very conservative. When they get the ball and they go on attack, they have to wait for their other teammates to catch up.
Come on. How do you not control that? Dan really doesn't see he's a competitive match. Yeah, everybody sees soccer differently.
Quite competitive.
I think
No.
it's Mexico's doing what they're being allowed to do.
Yeah.
They're not imposing their game. I think the first 15 minutes was Mexico imposing their game. I think after the 15th minute, it was Belgium in control and letting them do what they want. Like, I mean, it seems like the once they get past, I'd say like 3/4 of the field, they don't know what to do. Mejor opción, Jonathan Dos Santos. For what? He switched the formation up. He put he put Bella behind the strikers. Put Chucky on the right. So I guess he's playing more of like he's playing like a 4-2-3-1 maybe. Yeah, Guardado and Reyes in the back. These long balls, man, come on.
I'm back. Pero no soy mandilón.
What? What? What was that all about, Chiquis?
My wife called me.
Oh, you have to go.
I had to get out the olla de
Go water the plants.
No, I had to get the olla de tamales. He's making like a whole bunch of tamales for to sell.
Oh. Sell them outside your house?
On Facebook and stuff like that. But that's. Oh, here we go. You got some low cost ones, man. Because my brother says in Atlanta they sell tamales like $7 per tamal.
God damn.
Damn. They cut the dollar outside of my house.
¿Qué le ponen, okay?
So they take advantage of the rich.
Gold flakes.
They take advantage of the rich.
Like gold snaps. He has like
I'm about to have them
gold,
on that.
gold flakes on.
Have you guys seen that 2 Chainz show on Viceland?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Where he goes to like expensive eateries and stuff like that. The other day he had a Wagyu steak. It was $350 for like
Damn.
12 ounces or something like that.
Well, your gents are gonna be pleasantly surprised in a bit.
Oh dang! Here we go. Is it Vela?
Penal.
Oh jeez, Penal de Chicharito. Good one. That hairdo though, man. It's too long up top. Who's gonna take it?
Guardado, team captain, Mexican Golden Eagle to shoot.
That's what they need to do. Are these runs with Chucky?
That could have been a goal, but more than likely Cheech would have connected there and missed. He would have flown it over.
Or would have bounced off his head.
I'm just being positive right now.
It would have bounced off his chest or his nipple. Or something.
There you go.
Oh dang!
A goal from nothing. See, and Dan's in the chat talking about even. I mean, yeah, the score line is even, but the match is not even.
So it's sort of like a flip of playing the U.S. and they're bunkering, and they get a fluke goal.
Yeah.
Or
oh man. No, I think Mexico was looking for it. I mean, they were obviously having a difficult time, but
they've had okay possession at the very beginning. It's not fully like domination, and then they come back with a counter. And Ochoa, how many stops has Ochoa had to make? Like 3? He made the one, which resulted in a goal, but then
I should have been keeping count. Chiquis, surely have a note for that.
No, I haven't been. I don't even know if anyone's.
I need to get off Twitter because it's ahead.
Yeah,
Oh man.
Come on, Joel.
Wait, no pasó nada. No pasó nada.
We're gonna need you to pause. We're gonna need you to pause at halftime and catch up to us.
It probably will. Probably will.
oh shoot, that's my
Come on, Joel.
Wait, no.
that's my bad. Sorry, I was on the chat and I didn't mute it. Crappy Velasquez, what's up? That. Use offensive language towards us, though.
What?
Oh man. Todo se vale.
Somebody sent this. Somebody sent this offensive language.
No, you're just messing around. He dropped the N. He dropped the N bomb on us.
Pudo haber sido de cariño, chiquis.
Yeah, that's what it was. Over there. See, this is starting to look like a one-sided match now that all these shots are going towards Ochoa.
Oh yeah.
What's up, niggas? Oh, I just saw.
Oh, dang. Did he even touch that? He might. You're going to be like, Mexico's going to be, okay, we need to go to halftime.
I mean, Mexico is. There's a lot of people expecting Mexico to get run over. So, from that viewpoint, this is a pretty good result so far for El Tri. El Tri.
You see the size of Moreno compared to that dude? That's hilarious.
Like Lukaku's so much bigger than him.
Yeah.
Jesus Gallardo.
Are you listening to the Univision broadcast? Are you like?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can listen.
What broadcast do you have, Al?
Well, I got it lowered because I can't. I mean, I guess I could try to listen in and listen to you guys at the same time, but let me raise up the volume because I don't know if it's gonna, if the sound is gonna get to my mic.
Come on. I know. I hate these Univision cameras sometimes.
Yeah, they're like, get over with it. Get it over with this half. That was a lone needle throw in. You gotta drag the back leg so it's not illegal. Like in YMCA.
I feel like they don't say anything in real life.
Yeah.
In professional.
Really obvious or whatever, but I think they're too good for that type of call. Like Chicharito's gonna dribble and do something with it. Oh.
Another one?
Oh, that was. Oh no, that was close. Like stumbling and stuff.
It's me when I dribble.
It reminds me sort of the Honda goal that he scored. He doesn't look really good dribbling the ball. But
Yeah,
he
but
got
he
through
still
all
makes it happen.
Yeah. He kept on his feet at least, like unlike Chicharito. And then ended up scoring a pretty good goal, but
Okay, spoiler alert.
We're at halftime.
Tight game at halftime. For those of you joining us, Mexico visiting Belgium for a FIFA Day friendly. Game 1-1 so far. Expert consensus is Mexico gonna lose.
Definitely experts. Definitely experts.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that. Like overall, like if you were to read, the different outlets, and even showing how much more the players from Belgium are worth. But that's never. It used to impress me. Like I used to read stuff like that, and I used to see so and so plays at this club, or titular, and it would like, you'd be like all impressed and kind of worried. If we look at the match against Croatia at the 2014 World Cup, so their midfielders were pretty much Modric from Real and Rakitic, who yes at Sevilla, but he had gotten signed to go to Barcelona. So I mean, two highly rated midfielders, and they were expected to really destroy the team, and they weren't able to do anything.
Times it's not about, and a lot of times it's not about individualities. It's about a team, and that team that played versus Croatia played very well together. I mean, they had a really good group stage run. Scrappy in the group chat thinks the team looks good. I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's a little bit of what Belgium is allowing them to do, and then it's a little bit of they did play well in the beginning. Again, the individualities that the teams have, like for example, Belgium versus that 2014 Croatia team. The difference is their opponent, and being Mexico, in the 2014 World Cup, they played very well together. This team seems they just don't seem to gel work together. They don't seem to work well together or gel. And you saw it on that goal that Belgium scored. Like nobody was really like doing their job. Two of the guys fouled the ball. Reyes didn't come back. Salcedo kind of stayed off on the outside.
Yeah, I had with you talking about the team, like jail keyword.
Yeah.
But so I had a talk with Jon. This was probably last year or early this year, and one of the things we felt was missing from the squad was like associations. Like you usually see a couple players that like kind of unite and feed off of each other pretty good. And I think that was one of the reasons was because of so much rotaciones and just moving players that you just didn't have a couple players that would just play together all the time where they just knew each other. Similar to how Chile was at their best.
Yeah, I mean Chile, it was like the same team for a couple of years, and like they just knew what their roles were. They knew what the system was. I mean, I don't know why they're not going to the World Cup. It's very surprising.
Yeah, seems like they got a bit overconfident because they had won back-to-back Copa Americas. the one they hosted, and then the Centenario, and they were just looking pretty good. And they had a decent, they got to the final of the Confederaciones.
I mean, then that those are reasons to be confident. But in eliminatoria like South America,
Oh yeah, man, it could be very unforgiving.
yeah, sale, vale.
But that last goal and a lot of the goals from Chile weren't because they weren't a cohesive unit. It was like this goal was because Diego Reyes. Like, I understand getting beat because you don't have the speed or whatever. That was the initial mistake. But then he just walked back, and then Salcedo should have looked around and seen if there's anyone on his side on the wing.
Yeah, Salcedo should have closed in, and Diego Reyes should have closed in.
Both of them should have closed in, but it's like they assume someone else is going to block it. They don't think, okay, what if it gets through and Ochoa has to block it and it ricochets off just like it did?
I mean, it can go back to what John was saying about familiarity, like of continuity of playing with the same guys over and over. So like when one guy moves or goes somewhere else in the field, that you're moving into their position. But Diego Reyes, as somebody who has played, he's played center defensive midfielder, knows that part of his role is moving into that center back spot when the center backs move. So it's not like this is new to him. He's just
fundamentals.
He's just not good.
It's fundamental.
I mean, he's a good club team player. I don't take that away from him. I just feel like he underwhelms the national team.
Fundamentals. If you see an open guy in the box, you go mark him, no matter if it's not your position or whatever. Even if the ball is somewhere else and the guy's going to shoot it and not cross, you still mark. You don't let someone in the box open, no matter what.
Scrappy says the rotations talk is BS when it came down to the big games. We play the top guys. Look at the lineups for proof. Well, you're playing the top guys, but you're not playing the best guys at their position. So, for example, you're playing one of the top Mexican players in Diego Reyes, but he's not in position. Same thing with Salcedo. So, although you're playing the big names, they're not necessarily in their ideal positions, which makes it a bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? Deficiency, maybe, for the team.
Yeah, my critique with the rotaciones has been, and I'll probably say this is personal choice. Pretty much that consistency. How do you build consistency with a team? And it's by like having a group where they play all the time and the same positions. So you have your starting goalkeeper, two centrales, the mid. You just know, and those players get to know each other, and they know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and they could anticipate at the same time when if what one of the players is gonna do, and so they know if someone's out of position, stuff like that. So you lose some of that when you're constantly moving the players around, because they're always in different spots, or not always the same two or three that are going to be combining in an area of the field. That's why we mentioned Chile, because it was pretty much the same group for a good 10 years, and always playing basically the same positions. So these guys knew each other fairly well.
I agree. So Scrappy is correct, I think, to a point. And then, because I agree that at the big games, or when the tournaments come, the main players are on the pitch. They might not be in the right place, like Rigo says, but they're on the pitch. And then the rotations in friendlies or prep games messes them up because they're not able to gel, like you say, Joel.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. If to me, it's not the same if you had already played, let's say, a whole tournament or a bunch of friendlies with. It was the same strike partner that you had, so you built the sort of relationship, that you're able to gel. You just begin understanding each other. Then,
You talking about
then
the partnership between Piqué and Ibrahimovic?
el profe Cambiarrayas join us. No, well, I mean, dude, you're a coach. Well, ya se fue o no está. I
He's here,
mean,
isn't he?
when you,
Yeah.
yeah, when you do your teams, are you constantly moving them around, or if you see two players feed off of each other well, do you keep them?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely it just depends because at the youth age you're trying to teach them to work with everybody, not just like pass it to their best friend, you know.
Yeah,
And then even in the teens, you kind of you want them you want them to be able to. I mean, the goal is for if you have to sub out players that everybody can work together. But obviously, there's certain uh, what we call what's that word where you kind of already know, okay, he's gonna be here, I'm gonna be there, and in a way you're predictable, but at the same time it could work to your advantage. So to me, it's like a double-edged sword because if they're too familiar with each other, to the point where they're predictable, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, he always makes this run when his partner, you know, looks
Gets
down
the
and
ball.
gets the,
Yeah.
and then, but at the same time, it's like you don't want them unfamiliar where hey, they don't do what they're at least what they're supposed to do. Like if I'm the, I mean, and it depends too. What kind of strikers are we? Are we talking about a three forward system, a two forward system? So it just depends.
Yeah, I mean, just from my experience with coaching, like in the beginning, you do a lot of rotation when you, especially in the youth systems, because like kids don't necessarily know what position they should be playing. A lot of kids are like, yeah, I'm a striker, yeah, I'm a winger, and then you watch them play, and it's like, no, you're probably more of a center midfielder, or you're probably more of a left back, or you're a center back. So a lot when you're coaching in youth levels, a lot of times you are doing a lot of rotations because you're trying to find what is the stronger position for the kids, and that'll help the team. I think once you get to a level like this, where you're talking about a senior national team, you want to make these rotations, but you want it to be plug and play, where it's like, yeah, my center midfielder is hurt, or I want to try another center midfielder. So you take out one center midfielder, you put another center midfielder in. You take a right back guy, you put another right back in. Guys that are familiar with their positions and excel at their positions, not necessarily put the best players that you have, because you could be loaded with 8 midfielders, like say Spain, but they don't play them all. They play the ones that are excel in their positions.
Well, so you're agreeing. If I'm reading between the lines, like Albert Campa taught me. That's one of his teachings this week, to learn to read between the lines. You're in a way you're agreeing with Osorio. I know we're talking about forwards, but because he's trying to put out the best team, like as far as in the backfield, and it's sort of working as far as they're not giving up any goals in set pieces, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not losing headers. But guys, give me more background because I kind of jumped in the middle.
No. So what we're talking
Forwards.
about is, one of the listeners said that, because we were talking about rotations, and he said that it's BS that
Oh,
we blame
yep.
that we blame the rotations. Don't crash. Um, he said it's BS that we blame the rotations, because when it comes to the big games, Osorio has always fielded the top players. If you look at the lineups, so our argument, or my argument, and John's as well, is that, not John's, Joel's, is that yes, we're playing the best players, but they're not the best players at their positions. They're just the biggest names, and it doesn't help with the team's chemistry and familiarity. So it's not necessarily a good thing to play the big names versus playing the best players at each position.
Um, it just you have to agree with. Well, I guess are you agreeing with Osorio's vision
No,
of what the position? For example, the initial quote unquote formation. I mean, are you agreeing with like are you guys even agreeing with him the formation he's using? Like, is it
I
what
don't.
is it what he's asking them to do within the formation as far as the system,
I mean,
or
there's a lot of
or
layers to it.
yeah, or because
Go ahead.
I'm starting. I mean, I'm sure you guys realize this. I'm a little slow, but
I've known that for a while now.
sees himself more of a speaker, as the actual a performance guy, where it's more like he's like, okay, I'm gonna teach you guys how to play and my system, you know, or is he?
You, you know, just
I,
going up familiarity, we have a squad that I think is probably one of the first in a long time, probably even
That what?
ever, where you have players that didn't really come up playing together, at least not for a long time. So you have all these players that just grew up playing. They played a part longer than it, because like Bella and Cheech played together for a short while in youth, but never really in the first team, and they both always been away, separate, pretty much
Well,
their whole career. And the same
because
with
of
a
that
lot.
Monterrey party, if
No,
somebody
I
would not
mean,
have called the press on that Monterrey party, Vela would have been like, we might have actually gone a little further under Piojo, or
yeah,
Temple might have never gotten fired. Think about that, Jolie. Can you
yeah,
imagine?
no, but still, I'm saying like because
Tepiola?
normally you have squads where you have 4 or 5 players from the same team, and then those guys always play together. So obviously there's that chemistry, and
But
we just
yeah,
haven't had that lately because all our players been going abroad
no,
at much younger age.
but
But
uh, it
pregunta aquí, who would you guys rather put at right back?
there's like,
uh,
I mean,
versus who we have right now, who we have on the team right now.
Yes.
I
so
would
Carlos
probably put
Salcedo.
Jurgen Damm.
Oh,
Oh, talk to me.
What?
Your
That's all.
suggestion for playing guys out of position is putting another guy out of position.
But what it's doing? Hold on. Listen.
I'm
Listen.
just.
So you
Listen.
get
No,
speed.
that's that.
You
You
get
make
speed,
an
and he
excellent point.
projects forward. You
You
get
make you,
speed. He projects forward. I don't think he's one of those like. I mean, he's not very skillful with the ball per se. He's just really quick.
yeah.
You know,
So
quick, quick.
because
I
what
wouldn't mind
happens?
seeing it. By the way,
but
I wouldn't mind
What
seeing it. By the
that's
way,
the positives. But I got some
what
negatives to it too. Go ahead,
is?
Michelada.
I guess it goes back to the system that Osorio wants to play. If he wants a normal 4-3-3 where the fullbacks push all the way up and provide support to the wingers, then somebody like Jurgen Damm could do that for you, and they won't get beat on runs in counterattacks. Yeah, he isn't the strongest defender, but if you have the speed and you can bother somebody,
I think
then
what you need at that position is more than anything. At least this Mexico team needs the ability to track back,
yes,
and I think he does have the speed to just at least get back and get in the way. So
because
I think he could excel at that position if they.
the
I'm
if they
just not
put
willingness,
him
sure
there.
doing it
the
now.
willingness
Yeah.
to track
You,
back.
you,
Also, some people don't
I,
track back. Like Diego Reyes didn't track back for that one goal.
you already have like like pretty much. I mean, every time Mexico wins possession, he's gonna be like the first one upfield, right? So
Yeah,
you don't want to, and so I think just from the as far as attacking from the flanks, Michelada, I remembered a comment you made too, especially about the fullbacks overlapping, and I was reading something about Guardiola, you, because now I guess finally the world discovered the Guardiola, right? Now that
Yeah.
he's in the APL, which is another. Anyways, they were mentioning that he likes his fullbacks to instead of overlapping, a lot of them they're inverted. They're quote unquote inverted. Now. So like Layun's.
Also, like so they
The
can cut
reason
in.
they tried him on the right was to have kind of that attacking option on the right.
Yeah.
And then, but he's just, I mean, he wasn't comfortable there, so they move him back to the left. Now he becomes an inverted fullback, and now
Yeah.
he offers you like a totally
And maybe
different
he doesn't.
dimension.
Kind of
I was
like,
kind of thinking
like,
that since
Dani Alves does that too. Where
well, I was thinking since that right fullback position is so weak, maybe he's just figuring like, and this is what I figured, just because it's what we've been seeing routinely, is that he's really only going to attack from that position on the left, and then he's just going to switch over that right back into more of a center back position. And
that's what he's doing.
Where it's more of a line of three. He's not really serving a true function as a fullback. He's basically just basically playing a center back, really.
Yeah,
because he doesn't move up much. I do think like it's good and bad. I mean, I see the reasoning behind it, but it just makes the team a little predictable. I think because you kind of know that he's not going to do anything. And you could load up on and defend other players.
This is what Lavolpe did long ago. I mean,
you see what
to play left back.
Essentially, what's happening is, yeah, you're right. He's turning into a 3-back line with but look at Carlos Salcedo right now, finally tricking back on this play. What's happening is we are turning into a 3-man back line, but on the right side, the winger is not getting any support. So when he gets the ball, they disappear because they have 2 defenders on them. Essentially, what should happen is, in the 4-3-3 system, is the defensive mid should drop back as the third defender, allowing the fullbacks to track up, which Reyes doesn't do because we saw he didn't do it on that goal. And I think, like I said, we don't know what exactly his tactics are. We just kind of go off based on what we see. He might not be employing a natural 4-3-3. You could be employing something, much different. You could be, it's a 3-4-3.
I think that everybody tries to kind of copy, or implement Guardiola's,
Wait, we're talking about tiki taka now.
Or maybe it's La Volpe's system. Depending on your source.
Salida La Volpina.
Yeah, Salida La Volpiana. He's got a blog out there now.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Cheech is hurt. Cheech is hurt.
Yeah, hamstring.
Ricardo Volpe.
What minute you on in?
49:02, 49:03.
What was the score, man? Because I'm not.
1-1.
It's 1-1 still.
Yeah.
This is a Belgian game, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not Serbia, right? I hope. Yeah. Okay.
I changed.
See if I can.
I gotta sync back up.
Radio, I got
switch
the radio
it.
going.
Switch the field. Switch the field.
Yeah, Cheech was hurt. Jimenez coming in for Cheech out.
Chicharito's hurt?
Yeah, he looked like a hamstring.
His feet. I thought it was his feelings. His feelings were hurt. Anyway.
Someone make fun of his hair. His hair.
When you have some safe space. Safe space in the banca.
Are you guys on the Tu Camion like John?
Oh yeah, I was.
Cheech was a little heavy-handed with the gel today.
Yeah.
Well, he was top
he lets it a little long. I need to cut a little bit.
He's got so much gooped on that it's just super flat.
Slows him down. You got to put some volume in there. Is that what you're saying?
To make it look good, yes, but maybe he's going for the swimmer's cap, be more aerodynamic.
Like the Lou Diamond Phillips back in the day or something.
Oh man.
The Bamba?
Lou Diamond Phillips was the honorary Mexican. He played all the Mexican roles.
Yo no speak español.
I love La Bamba.
The most Mexican Filipino ever or something? He's Filipino, isn't he?
Pretty
he's
much,
Filipino.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
So he recently played a Chileno. He played one of the 33 that were one of the 33 minors that were.
That's right. That was a good movie.
And I'm patting myself in the back. I talked to the guy that wrote the book that the script is.
Come
That
on.
the movie script is based on. And I asked him if he had any lines in Spanish. There's no.
Diego Reyes getting beat again. Why don't they move him out of that position? Who's on the bench? Is anybody who's on the bench?
JDS.
How bad is the or like, I mean, do you know like what the injury was? Like a hamstring or something, or
Let me go.
does it look serious?
Let me go down to the on-field reporter. Cheeky's, let us know.
Cheeky's.
Cheeky's, please.
Well, you guys are watching. I'm not watching right now, so I'm just wondering like what they take him out for. Like,
We have Cheeky's in the field right now.
It's a hamstring. I'm being told by the trainer.
Mamones.
Not too bad.
Did he say "Viva Mexico, cabrones"?
No, I said mamones.
He sent saludos to the banda. Jonathan.
Yo, you know what I'm surprised at?
That it's
I'm
1-1.
surprised Roberto Martinez has a job somewhere. 'Cause he's terrible.
I noticed
The-
Jonathan Dos Santos was looking at scrolling through Instagram instead of watching the game.
Isn't that always weird? Like, I've seen that before.
I'm just kidding.
Where, like,
He's taking selfies with his bro.
Yeah. Snapchatting his friends and stuff.
That just means he's got no pressure, weightless. Probably because he knows there's no pressure.
What do you guys think of Antuna and Govea? I mean, they're not going to even play.
Yeah, I think this is mostly just like, I'm not sure if we talked about this, but like the team is pretty much set for Russia.
Yeah.
There's a couple spots maybe. I don't think anybody in Liga MX that isn't on the team right now clearly needs to be on the team. I think they were showcased during the summer and they failed. So I have no issues him. Who knows if they could serve a function? Why not?
I would take.
Being in Belgium, it was a good opportunity for him to get a close look at them.
Yeah, you never know. I think more than anything, he's just there to look and give them a little taste of what it is, and just to train and to take a peek at them. But if they do well, then why not call him? I think Antuna is extremely fast. He's one of he might be up there as fast as Jurgen. So I think he could add that to the team. I don't know if he's ready. Govea looks like he's probably more ready, and I think he's got more possibilities to make Russia.
I would take both those kids, and I would. There's a few guys that I would leave at home. Goal.
Brace yourself.
Goal.
Yeah, I was about to say brace yourself.
Yeah, man. I've been containing my excitement. Rage. I meant to say rage.
All right. Doesn't
the
Belgium jersey from the behind look like a Chapulín Colorado?
Maybe that's why it's so endearing to me.
That's awesome.
Maybe that's what's making
So
it
it's
hard
2-1
for me
now?
to hate Belgium.
Yeah, it's 2-1.
Did he call him Gudino, man?
Our favorite Diego Reyes again.
That's on Reyes. Yep, that's on Reyes again. Yeah.
Were there any changes made in halftime, or is it the same team?
No, same team. Just when Cheech got hurt and took him out.
What about Gudino? Is he anywhere near the line, the roster for this game? Doesn't he also play in Belgium, the goalkeeper?
I personally would have had Edson starting in there. I mean, that's who I wanted.
Brace yourself.
At what?
But,
At center back?
Another one?
I don't know.
At center back? Dan?
In the mid. Sorry.
I kind of like him at center back, to be honest. I feel like we're still.
Well, I guess I'm thinking about what the team needs.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I feel like we just in Mexico we haven't really found a natural one since Gallito and Molina. Which is
I'm actually surprised Molina didn't get more.
Goal. Chuk.
What
Wait,
are we?
really?
Where are we at now?
Is that really a goal?
Chucky golazo.
Yeah.
So now it's 2-2.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's
Pretty good game, man. Pretty good game.
The 3-2 scoreline is looking up, looking. To
I think if
happen.
anything, Joel, this is gonna make people maybe reconsider the panic button
Yeah. No, but also
Wait,
then,
Jolie,
because they're holding
you're
their own.
impressed? Hold on, Jolie's impressed? What the?
I don't know about impressed, but
I said it's a good game.
You know, look,
No.
Jolie, he's one of those guys. He plays you slow, man. He doesn't give you not even 5%,
Okay, no, look.
like 10%, man. So I'm like, holy shit, he's about to, hey, go
No,
change your pants, Jolie.
I know I come across as salty most of the time. But I had been seeing a lot of reports. Everyone saying how just Belgium, how awesome they were, and just kind of preparing Mexico fans for a defeat.
I was actually
Or,
listening to the Mexican soccer show, and I was surprised
Yeah.
by how much respect they give this team. I get it,
Yeah.
the rankings, but keep in mind how the rankings work and who they play and how that stuff pans out. This team, what they do during the Euro? Did they make it far? Did they win it? No.
No.
I mean,
we talked about it when the podcast first started. How
don't
they've
think,
underwhelmed.
Yeah, this team. I don't know why they should be. There's no reason to be intimidated by either this team or.
It's the Euro kind of bit of Euro snobbery where it's like,
Absolutely.
because you play here, you must be this much better. Oh, because you're.
Oh my
you're
God, you guys are
the
all
EPL,
starting for
or
Manchester
you're-
United and Chelsea. And,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys, and they're playing
Yeah.
guys that can't even find minutes in Europe. I was like, come on, man.
If Ron
Yeah.
if Ron were on right now, he would tell us that it's all about guys playing in Mexico and playing together. And
Yes,
that whole Europe shit is trash.
I'm on that same boat.
I agree with Ron though. I mean, if you're not fucking playing, dude,
What are you doing over there? Yeah.
Ooh,
No, I
Yet
agree there. I agree
Yet
to that
these
point.
guys are still competing, even though they're not playing. They're still competing against guys who are playing and starting
All right,
for
but
some of the world's best.
I'm gonna be the bearer of bad. I'm gonna be the negative guy in here right now.
I'm the
It's
sunshine.
too-
Yeah,
Yeah,
Here's
you're
the
the-
coin of
I'm-
it, though.
Oh, goddamn!
Hold on, I'm the
They
other
have
end of the
some-
spectrum.
Hey, it's on
Mexico-
Alves
it's
is
2-2,
in, so
but-
that means who got into?
It's 2-2, or they might have scored right now because Joel went crazy.
And,
But
and
it's been-
we're giving Belgium a chance by not playing Tecatito,
But it's been
Oh, man.
individualities that Mexico. The reason Mexico has 2 goals right now.
But that's his system. If that was gonna be the case, they should have just stuck with Chepo because that's how fucking Chepo plays.
I think somebody's stock just
How was the
went
first
up.
goal? More
Winter-
individual play.
It might.
I think Joel's just been shut down. All his hate.
Right? Oh, you mean Pecho Frio hate?
Pecho Frio hate has been.
Look at the Courtois. Look at the Courtois. Look at his
That's how you push players.
Another goal.
to
Another goal.
greatness.
Another goal.
Chucky golazo.
Not a goal,
Damn.
man.
Wow.
Not a golazo, dude.
But you know what? Hey, Joel.
All you needed
He
was-
did.
You
He
just needed
did.
some Giovanni up in
He
there,
did screw
man.
up that first chance though, pretty bad. And I was thinking,
Guys,
did you think that too when you first saw that? Like his first
Yeah.
chance that he
Yeah.
had, I was like, oh man. I'm like your first chance, and here you are, letting me think that again. But I guess he's redeeming himself.
Hey, look at that. As soon as Machina and Gio come in, Mexico scores. That's the 1-2 punch right there.
Bye Chicharito love. Hello, Chucky.
Hey man,
Yeah,
if he
man.
could, if he can get regular goals from playing from his position, dude, that's huge.
Yeah. I mean, I was a big Chucky hater. I'm not even gonna lie. But he's been killing it.
I knew he'd kill it in Holland. That I mean, he was
No,
the best
no,
player in
he's-
Liga MX. I knew he was going to kill it over there, but I'm still on the fence. I'm still not convinced that
National
I mean,
team-wise?
this is still a friendly.
Yeah.
This is still a friendly. So I mean, I'm still kind of agree with Joel. I'm still not totally convinced that he isn't a Pecho Frio.
No, I've always thought the same thing too. Like a mí se le queda grande.
Just
But-
moments, the big moments. Even
Yeah.
with Pachuca.
Yeah. No, I mean, to me, he's a really good player, really talented. He just hasn't shown up in the, and this amistoso. So yeah, we could get all hyped up, and then comes the World Cup, and we're
It's a great
playing
pass.
that.
Great
But-
pass.
I do think though that
Oh my God.
if self confidence is an issue, then games like this
Oh.
will really
Yeah.
go far in like making him believe that, you know what, I am that good.
Yeah, and just because he's a Petrofilo doesn't mean he's gonna stay one. He
Yeah.
he could
No,
always.
I agree. I
and
think
he's
he can
still, and he's
mature
still young. Yeah.
Those testicles need to follow a little bit more. He needs to just know it.
Oh man, well that second goal of his was just nice.
It's sort of unfair though, because a lot of the goals that he scored to gain him that recognition, like Petrofrio, is there were wide open goals, and he just happened to hit it right at the goalie or at the post, or
Yeah.
and it's something that happens to every player. It's not like
I just think in other instances when he's played with the national team, I would say since the Confed Cup till now, he's been playing very well. But before that point, he would play and like he was non-existent when he was on the field. Like you wouldn't even know he played. Same thing with Pachuca, like in the big games. No, I mean if he's coming out of his shell, that's awesome.
I think Osorio's figuring something out with him, because he does go away in games when you don't play these long balls or these over the top passes where he can use his speed. If the game is not to where it's fast paced back and forth or counter, then he's just going to disappear.
The difference for Chucky. The difference for Chucky has been playing in Netherlands. He's been banging in goals there. Now, he's coming back to the qualifiers, playing with Mexico. Now he's banging them in before.
That's good for his confidence.
Now
The way they're passing and the way they're playing it to him, that's the change in this game, where he's able to.
Yeah, they're putting him in positions to make a difference in the game when they're giving him the ball, as opposed to when Mexico has retention of the ball, and he's like on the wing with like two defenders on him. Then yes, that's where he has trouble. But right now they're putting him, on these like small little counters, like through balls that are getting to him. They're putting him in position.
The one goal he scored for PSV, he was in the middle, and he dribbled through like a few players, but it was on the run. It wasn't a stop.
It wasn't when the balls like right now isn't really like his strong suit. I mean, we're all at different points of the broadcast, but we're gonna go live to Chiquis on the field in a minute.
Yeah. Chiquis.
Osorio's getting out his
Boom, pass it. There you go.
blue
and red pens.
blue and red pen
Hey, you know what, guys? I got a neckbeard.
in his nose.
I got a neckbeard hipster to comment for you guys.
What is
I hope
it?
you guys can hear me. My connection's kind of bad. Hey,
Yeah.
Well, Mexico's they've always been really good. They've had really good players. You go back to 94, 98, and they could take on anybody, dribble from wing to wing or from box to box like Gabrito Arellano, but they just couldn't finish. Now I think maybe that could be a difference. But they've always had good teams before, so this is nothing new. Beating Belgium.
No, yeah, it's not. I agree with you. And I was making the point of Croatia at the 2014 World Cup, how everyone was telling us, because you got these players and all these top clubs. We pretty much, the defeat was already signed and delivered. But Mexico played Croatia for and won the game, and we're seeing it again. It's nothing new though. If you've been watching Mexico since the 90s, when Mexico's at its best, they could go toe to toe against any team.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, I remember the Germany game in '98. I remember the Bulgaria game vaguely in '94. The O2. Who did they play in O2? They played. Oh no, that I don't want to remember that.
Well,
O2.
they played Belgium and Holland in
you need to
'98.
recall. You need to recall in the '90s when Argentina they got to the
Copa
final,
America
lost to
semifinal.
Germany. They played
They played in the final.
This was
Argentina. 93.
This was a game in LA. I think some guy named Pichichi. You guys might have heard of him. He was in diapers at the LA Coliseum watching Abuelo Cruz and a bunch of these guys beat Argentina 1-0. Like 6 months after they reached the World Cup final, or maybe it was before. I think the Copa America final was until what?
93.
93.
Yeah.
Mexico. They're a good team, man. Maybe Almeida's right. Almeida says, "Hey, the day you Mexicans,
believe in your team." Yeah.
Yeah, believe in yourselves. Believe in the team. You guys are gonna, stop chewing gum and stop taking names.
Well, this if it holds up, it'll be one of his biggest wins for Osorio. Granted, it's a friendly, but I'm gonna give him credit.
It's his biggest. Actually, no. I'll say second biggest. His biggest was Columbus.
His biggest was which one? Columbus. I think they played better here.
No, but in terms of what it meant.
In terms of what it meant.
But I'm saying going into a World Cup and playing a team like this, and it's.
But they did this last time. No. They beat Holland and they lost to. Was it Belarusia?
Oh.
When was this? Heading into.
Did they beat Holland? Because I was
right after the World Cup, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No. I'm talking about just Osorio, man, because he's trying to convince me, and this win is like whispering sweet nothings to my ear.
You think Piojo's got like a blow up doll of Martinoli, and he's like punching it right now, like.
He's convincing me to, jump on the Osorio train, man.
And as bad as Diego Reyes is playing, this and if Rafa continues to come back, who knows, man? Maybe we're gonna see Rafa playing in the middle.
Oh no!
I would hope not.
Rafa's not coming back.
So maybe we can try to throw some positive vibes for Reyes, man. Positive vibes for Reyes, or maybe Edson will get a crack.
I would put Montes there, man. I would put Cesar Montes.
Does he play midfield?
Did Torrado retire yet?
Oh no, I'm talking about center defender.
How many changes can you make in this game?
5, 6.
Who's been changed so far?
It's been
Jimenez
for Chicharito, Alvarez for Reyes. Took out Vela for Gio, and now Guardado for. Oh, you do get 6. You do get 6 subs, and now Jürgen Damm for Guardado. So I don't. Who's he moving to the middle? I'm telling you, I wouldn't mind Jürgen Damm at right back.
Fucking guys, dude.
Almeida just did it. with Cone Brizuela, and it worked out really well.
What happened to Dedos? Did it disappear? Fingering time. I really like that player.
Goal.
I know, man. Just when I was praising Osorio,
God damn,
his defense takes a dump on all my.
They told you.
All my praises.
Fucking Memo Ochoa lying down, dude. Can you fucking,
But you know what though? You can't really. Don't look too much into it, man. Look how many substitutions there are, dude. This is not a realistic scenario anymore.
This is where
what do you mean?
This is where the game sort of goes into.
Well, this is exactly what I said yesterday, like on the show.
But this is the guys. Look who's back there. It's none of the guys that were subbed.
Yeah, but the whole team has changed though, dude.
But that counterattack, it was the four starting back line that got beat.
It was laziness. Was lazy. Didn't go after the ball.
Unfortunately, you're looking at this as not you, but in general, you're looking at this as a friendly, and you're like, oh, it's a friendly, so it doesn't matter. But then, like, we've seen this happen with Osorio before, so it's like, is it really just a friendly, like where this happens? Because it's happened in actually.
No, I'm saying that what I wanted out of this game was not. I was like, a win isn't exactly
No, a win doesn't say anything.
The result,
No.
I'm not really too concerned with. I'm like, what do I want to see tomorrow? I want to see some form, some cohesion.
Yeah. No,
And we also,
there.
I think, talked about it yesterday too, where we don't think, at least I don't think we're going to see any improvement, any real improvement on defense. I think we're going to have to outscore teams that are better than us, because I don't think we're going to be able to stop them. I don't.
Look at that. Those balls, those crosses just go right across the box. I'd also like to talk about how impressed I am with Mark Rosas' Spanish. It's excellent. I mean, I understand he's from Spain, but he speaks very well Mexican Spanish.
It's crazy how he's adopted the Mexican Spanish.
Yeah,
It's insane. I was like, man, that's crazy. Like,
I think some people just adopted. You know what I mean? I think some people it just comes naturally to them where
they become chameleons.
Yeah. And then other people you could spend years and you never
look at Messi. Messi, he's been his whole life in Spain.
I think that's every single Argentinian. I think I've never seen an Argentino lose their accent. I think they're the ones who are immune to it.
Yeah. Who knows, man?
Like we will not assimilate.
Oh,
it's like
Jurgen Damm.
Come on. Like remember when he was the fastest in the world?
He just sat on that guy's face, man. Look at this. It might have been he. Like, oh no, it didn't. He stepped on his hand. I thought he sat on his head.
Oh. I'm not gonna lie. The second half, the team has played a lot better. Real talk.
Yeah, no. Chucky's obviously gonna bigger for. Chucky's obviously gonna be should be one of Mexico's bright spots. And that's I wanted to say this earlier with Chicha, man. He just doesn't seem to be that lethal right here under JCO, man. And it kind of sucks because he's never been able to be a starter for at a World Cup. At least not consistent.
Instead of trying to develop forwards, strikers, and defenders, the Mexican Fed and all the clubs, what they need to focus on is just developing one freaking player at the level of Keylor Navas. You know what I'm saying?
You want a goalkeeper?
Yeah, goalkeeper. Just one goalkeeper at his level, man. That's all I think, you guys heard that saying? I don't know if you've heard that saying where, you have a goalie and a defender, and the defender gets beat, and they score on the goalie, and the goalie says, hey, job, what the hell, if you would have shut down that striker, you would be in first division. Like, hey, if you would have stopped that shot, we would both be in first division,
But I think also Keylor Navas is a bit of a product of his defense, I feel. Like, if you were to put if Ochoa had a better agent and he would have got signed by Real Madrid, I think his career would have gone a different direction. He went to these crappy teams. He's getting scored 7 goals a game. Like, it's definitely, it hurts his ego, I think. I don't think he's terrible. I don't think Mexico's ever had a goalie problem.
They're just not, What's the difference between like a Mexico and or most teams? They have a world-class keeper. Mexico doesn't, and I think that's the difference between like the B-level teams.
Nah, dude.
And the A-level teams.
The goalkeeper is the guy you choose last on your team. In pickup games, man.
See, that's what I'm saying. It should be the most important piece, because one mistake from your goalie, you're fucked.
No,
I don't think I've watched a game where I'm like, I mean, it's been a while, but where I'm like, Ochoa, fuck, like we lost because of Ochoa.
No, well, but see, we didn't win because of Ochoa,
No,
I disagree. I think those performances against Brazil, he was fundamental. Without him,
yeah.
I mean, we were getting peppered with a crazy amount of shots, and that dude just made an incredible save.
Croatia. I mean, in the World Cup, he had an amazing World Cup.
Yeah, and then he's got.
I want to
he's
say in
got the
other
under
competitions too. I mean,
Jesus.
All the things.
I mean, he's a great shot stopper. That's at the end of the day. I think he's our best.
All the things lined up for Navas to get on Real Madrid and not so much for Ochoa. I think Ochoa is possibly even better than Navas. Everything just happened to play in his favor. Yeah, dude. Navas gets scored on at will versus Mexico when he plays for Costa Rica. When he plays for Costa Rica, he gets scored on by other CONCACAF teams. But when he's with Real Madrid,
I would switch keepers in a heartbeat with Costa Rica.
no, man.
No, I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that much of a difference.
I do think he is better though, and he has a lot more presence.
Cambia porteros.
Not just cambia rayas, but
it's a big difference, man. I mean, you're talking about a guy. You think? I mean, okay, he gets peppered by Mexico regularly, but you know.
The goalkeeper.
Has Costa Rica made it further than Mexico in a World Cup? How far did they make it last time? They were in the
not a good
group with
example. That's not a good example. They had an easy path.
They had an easy group.
No, come on, gentlemen.
They played Greece, dude. That's the
played
main.
Greece.
They still play Uruguay and England.
Everybody was announced, dude. They were gonna. Yeah, dude. You're telling me that was an easy pass?
Wasn't it Spain also?
No, that was
Italy, Uruguay,
Italy.
England, dude.
Yeah, that's an easy group. I don't know, man.
That's not an easy group. What the hell?
Like I think you've earned.
No way. That's
they had Uruguay.
Easy round of 16.
They had Italy, Uruguay, and England. Okay.
Yeah, it's not an easy group.
It's not an easy group.
Unless you're in Bizarro World.
That's insane, dude. Come on.
Unless you're in Bizarro World.
The Greece match when they got out of the group, that was the easy match.
Yeah, that was. That did happen.
And I'm just saying that I think you kind of earned it at that point.
Yeah.
You've earned a bit of an easy one. Maybe if Mexico got in groups like that, maybe they'd face an easier opponent if in the next round.
We played USA in 02.
Yeah, that was the easy opponent.
That was an easy one.
They had the golden path. They had all they had to do was finish first.
That was my baptism into the sport.
They drew Argentina again.
But the point is, Juancho. The point is, Juancho, that goalkeeper is like the most insignificant, and you can put any.
Oh no, man!
I mean, I don't think it's insignificant.
You could put Talavera in there, and it wouldn't be a big difference.
Talavera is a good keeper, man.
That's what I'm talking about. You could put any of the top 3 goalkeepers, and it
would. Look,
Chiquis,
I'm gonna give you a good example. If you're a striker, you can miss 5 goals and score 1, and let's say you had a good day. If you're a goalkeeper, you could do 5 clutch saves. You make 1 mistake, they score on you, and you're the worst player ever. So it's pretty tough.
Again, I don't think Mexico has a goalie problem. I think any goalie you plug in,
he's not good enough. He's got unreliable, and he doesn't.
But I mean, you got Talavera, you got Corona.
Look, I mean, aside from the Brazil games where you really don't look like that's like the one-off. You don't see. There's no game where I can say like, man, Ochoa really kept Mexico. He had some really good saves.
I need to ask this to you guys because we actually talked about Ochoa yesterday and in his future for Ochoa. So we were kind of divided because half of us think he's gonna have a good World Cup. He's gonna have his European Union pass, and he's gonna go on to play at a good mid-table team or above. I'm saying he's going to, after the World Cup, cash in his chips and come to MLS.
I think MLS.
What MLS too?
Yeah.
Juan, where do you see Ochoa by this time next year?
You know what? We should
shoot it. You gonna walk it in? Come on.
That was Velas, man. Or whose was it? Oh,
who's number 21?
That was Raúl Jiménez.
No, number 21.
21?
Number 21. He had the first shot, and then he passed it to Raúl.
That's Chucky. Oh no, this is never mind. 21.
Well, if this score,
it's on Alvarez. I think it's on Alvarez.
Yeah.
Crisis averted if this score holds. I'll say we could even look bad against Poland, but this one was,
No,
you
this is
know.
big. This is big for confidence. And Jurgen is so bad. He's like Carlos Fierro, kind of. He has the ball.
Oh no! Oh.
Damn.
Can't just
Damn.
now while Joey's on the podcast. Don't you dare!
Right now, you can't see it, Rigo, but Joel's hand, his fist just balled up real tight right now.
My sphincter, yeah.
It's on now. Personal. You're on his shit list now.
No,
man.
I mean, that's like me and trophies. I love trophies. He can do no wrong in my eyes.
Trophies. If rumors are to be believed, he's on his way out.
The thing is,
Finally.
Michael, what you don't know is that Jolie has a Fierro's Chilena like tattooed on his back, like all across his back.
That was a big play right there by Araujo.
Fierro was supposed to be trophy. Just so you guys know.
Oh my god.
Fierro was supposed to be trophies.
No,
Everything trophies is doing now, that was what Fierro was projected to do, but he just fell off the radar.
If trophies had Fierro's speed, he would be the next Messi.
Oh man, bold words there. Or maybe if he didn't drink so much.
Party.
Didn't nothing get a bunch of money on this team?
To me,
Yeah,
he still has
like
some. To me, he still has some of the best vision in Mexico
No, yeah,
and passing ability. I've seen him make passes that I've never seen any other Mexican make before. You know what's funny about Araujo is that I don't think he's good. But when he plays with the national team, it's like the complete opposite of Diego Reyes, because he actually plays well. Even though he's like a mouth breather. He is. He never like closes his mouth. I'm like,
That's true. I didn't notice that.
Who?
Araujo. Like whenever he plays the national team,
Now Dan's fist is balling up.
No, he plays well with the national team. He does. I'm just offending everybody today. I haven't been on in like a month, and I'm just offending everybody.
No, I just think it's kind of funny that he is a mouth breather, considering that his nose is rather large.
No, but just watch it.
Just don't go after Yuli Darvish, man. All right.
Hey, if we do more of these 2 o'clock podcasts, I'll always be on, right?
Well, we got next week. What is it? Tuesday?
Tuesday's tough.
Next week is last jornada Liga MX.
It just worked out today that I had to take the day off to watch the kids.
I was planning on leaving at 3 o'clock today anyway, so I was like, I'll just watch from the office.
I probably would have snuck out early had I gone to work. It would have been better because I would have been able to watch the game, and the kids would have been at daycare.
Now your wife's like, you're home. Watch the kids.
Yep, had to take them to the doctor. It's it ain't easy, man, juggling 2 little ones by yourself. I'm a bit of fish out of water sometimes.
That's why props to all the moms.
Yeah, man. I start yelling right away. Like I had a couple of strange looks at the clinic because they thought I was maybe being a little too rough. Because I was like, screaming, don't touch your face.
Just play with them. I want to get out the belt. See what happens.
Yeah.
Llegamos a la casa, cabrón.
I'm a pacifist, but I'm actually have a terrible temper, so it's kind of like.
So you get pissed at yourself?
I'm always
He talks himself down.
It's an all day, every day fight with myself to not lose my temper, especially at work.
So it's like a it's like a lose lose. There's no way to win.
Oh, dude, all I do is lose at work, man.
You lose your temper, you lose, but then if you stay calm, you still lost.
I almost always, always, always say more than I should.
Oh, so you're related to Ronaldo, huh?
Is that what he does?
Yeah.
No, man, it gets me in trouble far too often just because I just can't keep my mouth shut sometimes. Constant struggle, gentlemen. So how are we looking?
Right now, it's Belgium controlling possession. Mexico displaces them. A lot of that, a lot of back and forth, but with Belgium kind of pushing forward to attack.
It does get to a point where they're, like Dan was saying, when there's a bunch of substitutions, where it gets to the point of, oh yeah, this isn't friendly. This isn't like a real game. Players on both sides.
Sorry about
Lukaku
that.
out. Yeah, about 3 minutes left plus stoppage time.
What's this tattoo Salcedo has, man? Not acceptable.
Does he have a back tattoo or like one on his belly button?
On his back, it's like all.
Why
they-
put in Jonah now?
Did they
Why give him?
did they take Lainez? No, he didn't, right?
I don't think
See,
so.
I would have taken Lainez. I would have taken Chofis. I would have taken Pizarro. Leave home Uguayala, Giovanni Dos Santos.
I don't agree with that. They would never play.
But I mean, give them the experience, maybe, or even let them play a little bit.
The person playing a little bit would be Gio.
So I'm saying, don't bring Gio. He plays for MLS.
That might happen. That's why we talked a little bit last night about Gio needing to go on loan to a Mexican club with some rhythm.
You think?
Because I mean,
you guys
they're
think
they're about to go into a stretch where they're going to be not playing for.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure
6
they'll
months.
be in Liga MX. Enrico, would you like to see the Dos Santos brothers in Chivas?
Not Gio, but I'd take Jonathan in a heartbeat.
They might be a package deal though.
Yeah, probably. They probably have to share beds and stuff.
you know what? That might that might not be a bad option, but
What Chivas needs is another striker and another defender is what we need. Because the problem has been it was goal scoring for one, but the injuries have plagued us, and then the guys that have been playing haven't stepped up to score goals. Like at least Saldívar hasn't. I mean, he's only 22 years old, but still, 22 years old in soccer is like near your peak. I mean, peak is what, 24, 25?
No,
20 to 29.
I'll stay like 25 to 29. You get
But,
So
I
you're
mean,
but
a
at
couple
21
years.
at 21 you're trending in upward.
Yeah. Well, the really
You should
good
be.
players, the really
Yeah.
top players are.
Plus, I also think that
So it doesn't have.
Pulido isn't really a 9. He plays better when he's playing like behind the striker, especially in the Chivas system. So I think like he needs somebody up in front of him.
And Lalo Herrera should be available at discount price.
Coming back from Rangers.
Yeah.
See, I would take that. And if you play
If you play the poste.
Yeah, they play him the poste and you play Pulido behind him. Pulido does a lot of legwork that goes unaccounted for.
Yeah, Chivas was trying to buy Lalo, and they wanted like 10, 11 million,
Oh, come on.
and then they sell him. Then they sell him for like 2 million to Rangers. Or
Did I tell you guys how I met Javier Aquino's girlfriend?
Oh snap! I like where this is going.
No, well, this was at the final when I went to the final.
Oh,
So
all right.
when we like I show up and we're sitting like in a little bench like outside the stadium. It was a bunch of people, and all of a sudden she just walks up to where we are to our bench, and she's like, "Do you guys know what time the game starts?" And I'm like, "Who the fuck is this bitch?" And my boy, who's a Tigres fan, he's like, "Yo, that's Javier Aquino's girlfriend." I'm like, "So why the hell does she not know when the game starts? Like, her man is gonna play. Like, if anybody in this place should know what time the game starts, it's her." And she literally hung out with us for like 2 hours.
Damn.
Right outside the stadium. Yeah. She was just taking pictures with people, talking to people. I was like, why aren't you like in a press box or like a suite box, something like that? You know, like she was really hot though. I'm not even gonna lie.
Did you take pictures?
I did not.
Selfies?
I did not. But my friends did. My friend.
The Irish girl, or
Were you thinking? Were you thinking that like you could pull her?
No. I wasn't even.
Oh, okay.
Trying.
I was just
my friends all took pictures with her. I did not. I'm like, what's the point?
Do you
You
think
show
you're
some
better
dignity.
Do you think you're better looking like Aquino though, man?
I mean, I'm pretty good looking. I'm definitely funnier and taller. Also light skinned. He's faster.
Well, what was the thing you guys posted? It was.
Tall? Are you also tall, Michael?
I'm 6 foot.
Okay, so you're the TWM. He's part of the TWM, guys.
What's TWM? Tall white Mexicans?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely me.
Yeah, you should definitely join Big Soccer. That's all there is over there.
Yeah, when everyone posts their height. When everyone posts their height.
I'm the only dark 5'7" guy there. I'm gonna change my username to Aquino.
It's funny because my brother's like 5'8". I got all the height, but my brother's like 5'8". He got all the soccer skill though.
That low center of gravity, right?
Yeah, he's a
Good game.
Yeah, it was a good game.
So you were tronco?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know what?
I don't deny it. Like I wasn't. I'm not that great.
That's funny. But 6 foot is not even that tall though to be like
What?
tronco. So
What
you're
do you
just
mean
not
you
an
mean
athlete.
for Tronco?
No, I'm an athlete. But I'm just
I'm just
not that good. I'm just not that good with with the ball. I could never be like a midfielder. I can be like a defensive midfielder. So what I did was I used other parts of my game to make up for my lack of ball control skills. So I positioning and speed. Then I got fat, and then that's.
I'm surprised
speed.
I'm surprised you never got noticed by the U.S. team.
Oh no, I was never that good. Come on.
Well, you just sound like
It
it just
thought
sounded
that was not
like
sharp enough.
you're 6 foot, you're fast, you're white.
I would never. Even if they approached me, I would never. I had this conversation. Recently.
We got William Yarbrough in here, huh?
I would never play for USA. I had this conversation the other day with somebody who says they are they don't say that where their nationality is. Like, so when somebody asks me where I'm from, I say I'm Mexican, regardless of whether I was Mexican American or whatever it may be.
Well, because that's what they're asking.
Yeah, they're asking what you are, and he's like, "No, I'm American," and I'm like, "Well, what are you?" And he's like, "Well, my parents are Salvadorian," and I'm like, "So are you?" Like, I mean, I could pass for a white person because I get it all the time, but I'm like, you do not look like a white person. So you are, So why are you denying where you're from? I don't know. Raised differently, I guess. I was raised to say I was Mexican, so.
Maybe he got a lot of grief
I mean,
and
it could be the fact that I got a lot of grief for not looking Mexican enough, so I need to make it a point that I'm Mexican.
so you're okay. Well, yeah. See, everybody's got
I'm
their reasoning.
overcompensating.
Me and my wife, we get spoken to almost exclusively in Spanish. So apparently,
Really?
I do look Mexican.
No, I mean, I've got asked if I wanted to go to temple because I look Jewish. I get Portuguese a lot. I get Italian, especially growing up in New York.
You look Puerto Rican to me, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, the pictures you've seen have been.
I think it's the hat.
And how I
it's the
dress.
hat.
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
right
no,
there.
I do dress a little bit more urban in my.
It's because
in my
he's from
free time.
his New York upbringing and his
Yeah.
his rubbing elbows with Puerto Ricans. I'm sure had an influence.
Do you also carry a knife?
I hope you don't like Daddy Yankee though.
I mean, back in the day, I did. I enjoyed some Daddy Yankee tunes.
I might have gone through a phase where I wore size like 50 Ben Davis. Maybe.
I mean, I assume all guys from Texas and Cali are cholos. So
Oh man,
It's actually a big soccer Mexican.
that applies to Juwan.
Is that-
He does look rather thuggish.
I mean, I tell a straight go all the time. I'm like, I know you're a cholo, like, but you don't fool me.
Well, we're all reformed. We all like.
Say, Holmes? What you say, Holmes?
Some of us made it out.
Juan has a thicker like the cholo accent, but you guys like Joali doesn't, or Dan doesn't. Dan's more like he has like a little surfer kind of.
Mine is more
accent.
like Paisa, the like 5th year of ESL.
Yes.
That's
I don't know. Apparently, I lost it because I saw a video from when I was in high school, and I definitely had an accent. So I don't know when I lost it. I think maybe in college.
Where Michael gets this cholo accent from, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
That's hilarious.
Well, guys, it was a
Yeah. On that note, I'm gonna
3-3.
Not a bad result.
It was a good podcast. Thank you guys for joining us.
Entertaining match.
No, I thought the second half was really entertaining. What was it? 4 goals?
Yeah.
Right? No.
yeah. Still a 6-goal game. The Chucky factor, and I just want to read what the Euro apologists have to say.
You see, you're subbing.
They'll probably
Ron.
just say bad things about Belgium.
Yeah. No, I mean, I would definitely like to see Chucky and Tecatito in the lineup together.
I think it's wishful thinking to hope that maybe some of the reviews will be like, Mexico they're looking like a decent side. This was a good. But I think Belgium had moments where they looked good too. So I don't know. I mean, I thought this was a pretty quality match. 2 good teams went at it today.
I'm not disappointed. Again, like we've been talking about, the goals for Mexico always seem to come on individualities. It's good that we have that. We would like to see the defense. I'd say from the midfield back tighten up a little bit. But I think this is a positive result for Osorio and for the national team.
Yeah, I don't know how our defense is going to get any better. Just the way he plays, I think this is just something we're going to have to accept, man.
Cheekies, what are you final thoughts before we?
I think the defense can get better. They just need to be told. They need to look back at the video, and it's clear as day. You do not let an open man in the box at all. You run back at all times, even though the ball seems like it's going to go somewhere else. Diego Reyes happened twice to him, and Araujo once, I think, and so it can be fixed. I think they just need to look at the tape.
Final thoughts before we?
Isn't Diego Reyes one of those? He seems to do well for his club, but for the national team, he just can't. He's just been disappointing mostly.
We kind of lost you there for a little bit.
Huh? Oh,
we kind of lost you for a little bit.
Well, Diego Reyes, that he's not he's not consistent. Like he doesn't maintain his level for country as he does for club. I think he's more of a he might just be one of those club guys.
Yeah, he's a club player.
You know.
He's definitely not a national team guy. Um, it's hard to gauge a replacement because we didn't see anybody there full time at that position. But I mean, maybe next game we'll see Edson Alvarez there for the whole game, and we'll be able to gauge how he does there. But I think it's that position is one of the ones that's more troubling for the team because it seems like everybody's able to come up the middle on us. I mean, and also a strong center back. Moreno's not a strong leader center back that like tells guys where to be. It seems like this is why I would take Yair Pereira, but I know it's my homerism shining through. But is Joel still on? Does Joel have any final thoughts before we go?
No, just I would say because I was talking about panic button. Should Mexico lose this game? But I knew the Mexican media was just daggers out, just waiting for Mexico to slip up because this was bringing the ratings, Chicken Little thing and impending doom always is always really good for ratings and but I think the 3-0 and then just seeing the really good display from Lozano, who's pretty sure is going to be the focal point. I think even if Mexico were to look bad against Poland, I would say Soria would be pretty safe with his post. But I do think Mexico should have a similar match against Polonia.
Yeah, I think once he's going to make some changes, but I think we're going to see similar results or similar game where it'll be close. I thought if any team was going to beat Mexico really bad, it was going to be Belgium. I don't think Poland's going to do it. It will all depend on how much he rotates the squad. So we'll see. Dan, before we go, you got anything else?
Still here? Yeah, I'm still there. I'm still here. I'm just rewound the game and watching the play for the second goal. Anyways, no, I think this match kind of gives me some hope actually that I was lacking before. I think their ability to put up goals against a good team, and then without Tecatito, I think just gives me hope that maybe this team could outscore a good team in a World Cup scenario if they had both. So, so I'm thinking, and then and there's still some time that maybe they might be able to find somebody to that'll do better than Diego Reyes in that position. But I think a little bit more hopeful. That's my last thoughts.
All right. Well, I'm also hopeful, unfortunately, because that always leads me to depression afterwards. But no, I thought Mexico played well, and they definitely did better than I originally thought. And I was one of the ones that said they were going to lose 3-0. So I can see where I can admit that I was wrong. But
you did get half of it right.
Belgium did score 3. I wasn't predicting that Mexico would score 3. So. But no, it does the result lends itself for some optimism, which is good. And I think it's good for the team because although they had qualified for the World Cup, there wasn't really like happiness within the base within the fan base and within the media in Mexico, which is always tough. And I think this heading towards a World Cup, I think, is a positive note. And I think ending with that, thank you guys for tuning in. This was a little bit earlier version of the CantinaMX. We missed John. Hope he's having a good work day. And thanks you guys for listening.